Hi everybody. This week is going to just be a really quick lesson. I want everyone to learn how to make insert meshes and insert multi-meshes. I know it's a holiday week, so I'm going to give everyone some extended time on this assignment. It's going to be very quick, but I just want to know that you know how to create these insert brushes, and you will be able to create your own so that you can use them on your projects. So an insert mesh brush, like we have talked about a little bit, some come default here in ZBrush. Anything that says IMM, that stands for Insert Multi-Mesh. So if I click on one of these and I drag out onto my mesh, you see I get a quick insert mesh. If I undo that and then I hit M on the keyboard, it's going to bring up a submenu to that brush. So that brush has multiple meshes attached to it that I can then select, and I can draw that out onto my surface. Now, the way to create these is really pretty simple. I'm going to start with a new cylinder, and I'm going to initialize here. I'm going to come down and I'm just going to make this a little different. Okay, so say I want a piece like this, turn that into a poly mesh, and I wanted to turn this piece that I've created into its own insert mesh. So what I want to do is I want to orientate this mesh the way that I would want it drawn out on the surface. So this looks like a little maybe a little mechanical piece that I've made, and I think I want to draw it out onto the surface like this. So I'm going to orientate it with my camera, snapping it so it's viewed this way. And then I'm going to come up to my brush palette, and down at the bottom you're going to see Create Insert Mesh. So I'm going to click that, and it's going to ask me, do you want to append this to your existing brush, or do you want to create a new brush? I'm going to say Create New. And then you can see up in my brush palette, it's now docked this over here to this area, my little sub palette, my quick palette, and it's now its own brush. So then if I come to my object, I can now draw that out, and you can see the way that I had it orientated is the way that it actually draws out from the surface. So you can do some pretty quick things like that. Now say I wanted to alter this and create a new insert mesh, so I'm going to just do some quick changes. Nothing too over the top. Just want to make this look a little bit different. And I'm just playing around here. So sorry, I'm trying to use my trackpad on my laptop, which is definitely not the proper tool for this job. Okay, so got a new mesh here. Nothing extravagant. Pretty simple shape. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to hit Create Insert Mesh Brush again. First, let me change my orientation. I want it to be, let's have it draw out this way again, or this side this time. I'm going to do Create Insert Mesh. And this time, instead of doing New, I'm going to hit Append. So it's going to tell me by pressing M key while an Insert Multi-Mesh brush is active, it will enable me to view the other shapes. So I'll say OK. And now that brush is my active brush. I can draw that out as many times as I want. Now if I wanted to go back to my other one, because I appended this object to my other insert mesh, I can now hit M on the keyboard, and it's going to bring up my very own subpalette. So here's that last piece that we made. Click on that, and now I can start to draw that one out. So as you can see, pretty quickly, you can start to populate your scene with these objects. So there's a lot of cool default ones. You know, here's some neat ones. Some pieces here, and you can really start to stack these pieces up to make some objects. But what I want everyone to do is I want you to create an insert multi-mesh brush, and I want to see you have at least 3 objects in your subpalette. And then I want you to take a print screen of this. I want you to press M on the keyboard with your insert mesh active, and then I want you to either take a snippet of your monitor or do a print screen, or if you're on a Mac you can take an image of your screen, anything so that I can see that you've created the insert mesh brush. And also I want you to draw out using those insert meshes in a few different ways. Just show me that you understand how to draw them out and how to change the orientation, and just kind of play around. This way you can get used to creating these brushes, because they are going to be a huge help in developing some of the more finer details on your finished projects. So have fun with this. It's a short week this week because of the holiday, and I just want you guys to play around with insert meshes and try to just create something neat. But again, I want to see you create this brush. I want to see at least 3 different pieces. Have them used on some sort of object like I have here. And try to take a screen grab of your entire interface with this menu here, this sub-menu of your insert meshes visible. That way I can see that you have learned how to do the insert multi-mesh. So good luck this week, and please ask me any questions. Send me inbox. I will be online all during the holiday weekend, so feel free to message me even on Thanksgiving. I should be available. And good luck and have a nice holiday.